Hi guys, and welcome to another video. And today's video is all about how my illustration style changed over the last few years, and I want to show you a few examples as well. So let's just start with the first few illustrations I did right after I finished my university. And yeah, those illustrations were still kind of dark and a little bit about monsters and stuff like that, just stuff that I actually really liked back then. And yeah, let's just start with the first few examples. So the first illustration, or one of the first illustrations, were these little monster thingies over here. As you can see, really harsh outlines and very intense colors, and yeah, just a little bit scary and quite special style, I'd say. I was really into yeah, those kinds of line works a lot. And also here, little monsters. They were cute and everything, but not really sellable for the book industry. And yeah, also this dog here with a few heads. Yeah, it's kind of strange showing you this stuff, but that's how I actually started. Yeah, little monsters over there. And after that I went a little bit more into the cute looking direction, which were these little owls, for example. And then that was my first start of using a little bit of texture and let it look a little bit more like watercolors and stuff. But as you can see, like, nothing really fits together. Like, the arms are super short and she just looks a little bit weird. But yeah, that's how my works looked like back then. Then, for some reason, I managed to get that very first illustration job back in 2016. I've also made a video about that, like one of my first videos actually. And this is just one example of what happened after that. That's the Pinocchio book that I made for Illusalon, like the agency in China. And I mean, these illustrations are color-wise great for children's books, but the style has changed a lot since then. Because as you can see here, back then I didn't really use any outlines. I just made everything with shading and stuff. And I don't know why I changed my style into this direction. I think I just found it very cool. But yeah, and I mean, there are like 2 published books, so that's pretty fine there. But another example. You know, like, there's not really much happening in the background, for example. I could have added some more pictures, for example, like hanging on the wall back here. And yeah, overall, right now I'm saying, wow, that style has changed a lot. But it wasn't shitty in general, but yeah, it just changed a lot. So then I was like, okay, I want to work on my style a little bit more, create more content for my Instagram page. And then I started illustrating stuff like, for example, Alice in Wonderland, just because I really liked the story. And I thought, okay, I just want to make a few illustrations for that book, and to, you know, to train a little bit and get better. So yes, I did that. And there are some examples as well. So back then I remember I found this illustrator. Her name is Julia Sarda, and I really enjoyed her work. And she's using like very moody colors, like very dark, not super saturated colors, and I really enjoyed her work a lot, and I bought a few books with her works as well. And yeah, so I started illustrating in that kind of style, still without any outlines, only with shading. So these are a few examples. And I also loaded all of these illustrations up on my Instagram page. And yeah, I got a few views with this style, and also many new followers and everything. And so I thought, this style is working. So I even showed it to a few publishers in Germany, for example. I made a portfolio with these works, and some publishers were really into this kind of style, even though I didn't have any outlines and stuff. But yeah, they seemed to like it, and I received a few business cards by the publishers. So this kind of worked for me, but still didn't get me any jobs within Germany yet. But then I really looked at what sells well within Germany and what kind of style, and I started to realize really quickly that German publishers tend to really like outlines a lot. So I had to go back a little bit and combine everything and use outlines again. So yes, this ended up with me illustrating or getting more and more to the style where I am right now, which will be, I just want to show you the latest example. This is the Mitternachtsschule and the second book for the Mitternachtsschule. Hopefully there will be a third book as well in this series. And yeah, so as you can see, I'm using outlines, and I'm also, like, for this book especially, there are like super dark colors as well, which is working pretty well for them. But I had to start and use lighter colors as well, because not every publisher is really into using dark colors, especially not in Germany. And yeah, that's why I really had to be a little bit more flexible with all the color stuff, and also use a little bit more saturated colors. And yeah, so that's how my style changed. And to me it's like a huge surprise. Like when did I start? I think the first few illustrations were around 2015, like the monster stuff, and then I started 2016 with the China book, like still without any outlines and stuff. And then in October 2016 I had this Alice stuff going on, and then in 2017 I started to switch a little bit over to using outlines again and using lighter, brighter colors. That's now the style I'm pretty much sticking with. But now that I found my style, I'm trying to get better with everything. I also try to draw a little bit more for the picture book section and also for the younger adult stuff. For that I have to learn to draw a little bit more realistic. So many things to do, so less time, but that's how it is. And I just wanted to show that when you just keep on working on yourself and you keep on looking around what's selling and what's not selling, and you just switch your styles a little bit, then yeah, you get the jobs or get more jobs at least. But you also have to put yourself out there so people can see you. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you really liked it and it helps you a little bit with your style. And you know, don't worry too much about everything. However you're illustrating right now or your style looks like right now, when you look back a few years, then you're like, oh my goodness, what did I do then? Or at least for me, it's like that. So that's perfectly normal. And yeah, I hope the next video will be up next weekend. And I'm also creating a special video for my Patreons, which will be about the portfolio, like an example how I put together my portfolio and how I send it out. So this will be the Patreon special video. And I'll also make a little time-lapse video for my Instagram page. I'll put all the links down below to all my pages, so you'll find everything. And yes, I'm very excited about everything that's happening now. And yeah, I hope to see you soon, guys. And don't stop believing. And yeah, bye. Love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.